everybody, this is Max from BidX, and today my guest is Tyler Gregg from Amt. And Tyler is going to tell us more how to drive effectively and efficiently additional traffic from Google to Amazon. Tyler, it's great to have you here today. Please give us a small introduction about yourself and your background.
Hey Max, yeah, thanks so much for having me. Excited to have a kind of a quick conversation here around Google Ads to Amazon. So to start, of course, my name is Tyler Gregg. I'm the head of operations here at Amped. I've actually been at Amped for about 6 years now. Prior to Amped, I was doing consulting for small and medium-sized businesses on their sales operations process and how to grow revenue. And when I came over to Amped, what we're doing was we're building a data science engine, full probabilistic modeling and ad automation for D2C companies. And we spent about 5 years building that background technology to help D2C companies really maximize the efficiency of their Google ads. And about a year ago, our partnership with Google kind of evolved into a partnership with Amazon as well. So being partnered on both sides. And we're thinking to ourselves, why don't we send this Google traffic instead of to D2C stores? Why don't we send it to the world's best converting website in the world? And that, of course, is Amazon. And through our partnership with Amazon and getting full attribution, we've now been able to fully connect the dots between Google and Amazon to help Amazon sellers bring in high quality, product specific, high intent searches straight to their product listings on Amazon and reveal what works and what doesn't work. And it's been a ton of fun building out the technology for the last year. Obviously, with our very, very deep Google Ads knowledge, we're pretty well positioned to help a lot of these sellers who've never spent any dollars on Google Ads quickly get started, understand what's working, double down on what's working, cut back on what isn't working, and then start the scaling process. Now, Google Ads isn't easy, but we've been doing it for so long. We've got pretty good processes in place to help sellers get started quickly and avoid common pitfalls that we've seen other folks do as well.
Amazing. Sounds very good. So, Amazon sellers do have Amazon PPC, the Amazon DSP. Now you're talking about Google Ads. Why should an Amazon seller start using Google Ads to drive traffic?
Yeah, so there's a couple reasons. First off, customers still search Google for products. About 40% of product searches still start on Google. Obviously, that's flipped in recent years where Amazon's really kind of taken hold, but still 40% of product searches start on Google. And if you as a seller can tap into that, it's an incredible opportunity to find new customers, go beyond the walls of Amazon. Now, the two other components of it too are, first off, Amazon loves external traffic. That we see it in the impact that it has on ranking alone, but then we've also seen it with their brand referral bonus program, which right now is for US-based sellers, where Amazon pays them 10% kickback for every dollar they bring in from external traffic. That's going to be expanding globally here from our understanding in the next year or so. But it's one thing when Amazon gives rank rewards. It's a whole nother thing when they actually start providing cash incentives to their sellers to bring in external traffic. Now, the other component of it too is a lot of Amazon sellers already buy Google traffic and they don't know it. I'm going to share my screen here real quick and show a demonstration of this. So this screenshot right here shows that when you search iPhone 12 case on Google, Amazon themselves buys this ad. So Amazon spends a lot of ad dollars on Google Ads. They buy this traffic on Google and they buy it for 13 cents per click. They then bring it to a search result page within the Amazon marketplace, and they resell that traffic on these sponsored ads for 98 cents per click. Now, that's genius by Amazon to basically arbitrage this and take the difference. But what it shows us is if you're an Amazon seller, instead of waiting back and paying a premium for Google Ads traffic, with Amped and with the data that we provide, you can now go out and get this traffic yourself, replace this ad and show your ad. Your ad will actually even show Amazon.com, but instead of going to a search result page, it can go straight to your product listing, or it can go straight to your Amazon storefront. where your competition isn't around. So this stuff gets us really excited to really help sellers who don't have that Google experience to be able to use our technology to quickly get that Google experience and be able to get this traffic, but for less expensive.
So you say you're always gonna redirect Google destination URL directly to a product detail page or to the brand store. What is your experience with sending that to a landing page, a custom landing page, where you perhaps also gather some more information about the potential buyer and then send it to the product detail page?
Yeah, it's a great question. And we actually tested that pretty thoroughly when we were first starting and sending traffic to Amazon. One of the reasons we did it was because Amazon attribution was in such an early stage. So you kind of had to send it through a landing page, a squeeze page, we called it, to collect some of that information and to try to understand the tracking side of things. What we found was sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But what we found worked even more consistently was sending it straight through to Amazon. The problem with the landing page is you would send the traffic there and then, there'd be a bounce rate on that page. So you would pay for 100 clicks and then only 60 of those clicks would actually get to Amazon, meaning that you're only getting 60% of the rank impact that you could get. So what we saw instead was just send it straight through with full attribution that Amped enables. We automatically enable full accurate conversion tracking, and you can send it straight to the page and on Amazon, get as much credit, as much juice as you can for ranking. But then we took that premise of a landing page where you can build out a custom landing page that qualifies the traffic. And we said, why don't we just build that on Amazon? And so that's where we see really great examples where you can send it to an Amazon storefront and you can build out that Amazon storefront to really customize the experience, educate the consumer, all without competition. So a quick example here is, in this case, if someone asks for scented candles on Google, instead of sending them to a page with one version of your scented candles, instead send them to your Amazon storefront where there's no competition, but you give them a bunch of different options. So now when they ask for scented candles, they haven't told Google if they want cinnamon flavor or lemon flavor, but it's good traffic. So you send it here, and now you allow your custom built landing page to sell them on which scent they want. You can give them a variety of options, let them browse your aisle of the store, and our attribution tracks any product that they buy from your brand. So we're able to accurately see who's converting, what they're buying, and how profitable it is.
That's a great tip. I think the Amazon storefront still is not used too frequently, and also Amazon does not have a great user experience in showing which storefronts exist and send traffic organically over there. So most of that is like by sponsored brands being sent to brand stores or using external traffic. Now,
Yeah,
you
Max, sorry to interrupt there, but we love Amazon storefronts because you can customize them. Yes, they're kind of in the infancy stage. A lot of the reasons why they're in the infancy stage is there's not a lot of great ways to actually get traffic to them. When you think sponsored ads and all that, I think Amazon rolled out their branded ads, which are new and who knows how effective they are right now. But with Google ads, you can send high intent traffic anywhere you want. And with Amped, you can now send it to the storefront. So it's really worth investing in improving your storefront, making it transactional. You can even mirror what your Shopify page or your D2C store looks like as well. I'll jump around here, but I love this example of a page like this, to where they sell an individual product and you put the product front and center. It's your product detail. I mean, this is your product listing page, right? It's got all your pictures, all your videos, and it's got the add to cart button right here. And if they're not convinced that they want this yet, now you build out the bottom of the page to convince them that they should buy this product. And we see conversion rates really, really improving, because the way we think about Google Ads is the three components to a great Google ad campaign is keywords, ad copy that qualifies the traffic, and then a custom built landing page that sells that traffic. And with storefronts, all of a sudden that third component, the custom built landing page, becomes a lot easier to do.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, a storefront is probably the only space on Amazon where you as a brand own every
Yep.
single other space without any custom ads that are popping up, and
Yep.
normally just a brand like Apple is able to have a product detail page without ads, but like with brand stores, kind of every seller got this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, this visual I always love sharing. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? Competition, competition, competition. I mean, how are you gonna get someone to buy your product when there's so much competitors around? And so what we see with storefronts is not only do conversion rates go up, but because there's less competition, people are less sensitive to the pricing. People are less sensitive to the number of reviews. So if you're kind of in that phase of, trying to still establish yourself, you don't have tens of thousands of reviews, storefront pages are a really great option to get those conversions without that funnel leak that we can see on product listing pages.
Absolutely. Now, you already mentioned several times that you are going to attribute the sales that happen on Amazon in with your Google ads. So you do this using Amazon attribution. Amazon attribution is also probably, as the brand store, not too popular. It was like rolled out only a couple of months ago. Could you educate a little bit us about the Amazon attribution possibilities, what it is, when to use it, and so on?
Yeah, definitely. So Amazon Attribution is a newer program that Amazon has rolled out. It is still in beta, and so they always point to that if anything goes wrong. But it's being adopted pretty quickly by a lot of Amazon sellers, and it allows you to go into Amazon Attribution, create a tag, and then go into an external traffic campaign, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, social media, or Google Ads or email. And you can drop that tag onto that external traffic campaign. And then you can see if that campaign drives conversions. Now, with email, it's pretty simple to go into Amazon Attribution, create a tag, drop it onto your email, and then see if that email campaign drove conversions. On Google Ads, it's much more complicated because within a Google ad campaign, you're going to have a variety of different keywords. And one tag is not going to get the conversion tracking for all those keywords, which makes it near impossible to actually use Amazon attribution for Google Ads because you would have to create a individual tag in Amazon attribution for every single one of your hundreds or even thousands of keywords that you want to test on Google Ads. With Amped, we fully automated that process and have connected Google and Amazon data together. So our attribution's one click easy. It piggybacks off of Amazon attribution, but provides more data and does it a lot faster. So what our platform looks like is here. So we combine at a campaign level your Google data, impressions, clicks, and costs with your Amazon data, conversions and revenue, and then we give you your ACoS right here. Now, if you're doing manual attribution, you could do this. You would obviously have to look into Amazon and then look into Google and basically look back and forth to see the difference and see what's going on. But with Amped, or without Amped, you would be stuck at a 59% ACoS. No way to improve this campaign. With Amped, we pull back the curtain on what keywords actually work within that campaign and what keywords do not work. And we do it by just creating one clean attribution tag. So in this case, we can see that while this campaign's at a 59% ACoS, these top two keywords, I've just blurred them out here on the left, they're actually producing pretty efficiently at a 19% ACoS and a 38% ACoS. So now, because Amped gives you this keyword level data, we're able to allow the user, allow whoever's managing this campaign to push more budget into these keywords and to produce a better overall campaign performance. And this is something we're really excited about. We're just scratching the surface on what you can do with Google Ads. Right now, we provide all that data. Pretty soon, we're going to have a lot of campaign automation here dropping into our platform. And this is really what separates us, because not only do we give you the data, but we have 6+ years of deep Google Ads experience that we're putting into this intelligent platform to help our sellers get the most out of their Google Ads performance.
That sounds amazing. So is there any group that you would not directly see as a potential customer, or what ad spend, what revenue levels do you say you recommend to start with using software like Amped?
Yeah, we suggest all of our sellers kind of start small, basically dip your toes into the water and see what works. It's important since there's no historical data, or most sellers don't have historical data, or at the very least, they don't have the keyword historical data. We always recommend first 1 to 2 months, start with a smaller budget. And we personally recommend $15 a day per campaign. What this allows you to do is over the first 30 to 60 days, you're collecting the data. You're seeing which keywords convert efficiently. You're seeing which keywords convert inefficiently. And once you have this, then you can start to scale. So first 30, 60 days, collecting data, higher A costs. And then months 3, 4, and 5, you're able to push the budget into the best performing keywords and really start to scale and ramp up the budget.
Sounds good. So how do we get people started?
Yeah. So sellers can go to amped.io and they can get started there. They can create their account, add any of their team members to the account to start creating the campaigns. We make it super easy to connect Amped to your Amazon Ads platform and your Google Ads platform. That allows us to connect the two platforms together and start the communication process. And then you do need someone to manage the campaigns. So if you are set up internally and you want to do it yourself, great. We provide a lot of education. We provide a 3-part live onboarding training session each week to help educate consumers and sellers on how to think about it. If your Amazon agency is set up to manage campaigns for you, great. We have an Amped agency partner program where they can get AMP certified and manage the campaigns on the seller's behalf. Or if your agency isn't positioned to provide Google Ads services for you using Amped, we have a done for you service as well, where we do an onboarding call, kind of meet and greet, understand your products, and then we build the campaigns and manage them for you. It's not an agency, it's just a true done for you. We use the technology on your behalf. So 3 ways: you got self-serve, ask your agency to run it for you and manage campaigns, or we can just do it for you as well.
Sounds great. I think time's up. Tyler, thank you so much for being here today and sharing all these valuable information with our audience. I think we have got some great results how to stay ahead of competition, what's coming up next, where you should focus, and how to increase your sales and get better efficiencies.
Yeah, no, Max, really appreciate you having me and excited to see some of your customers, some of your sellers start to leverage Google Ads. I mean, as we saw, they're probably already getting Google Ads traffic, but actually to be able to go out and get that traffic themselves and at a lower cost per click obviously gets us very excited. So excited to see anyone join, any sellers that join. Would love to have you join our 3-part onboarding training process just to kind of help you educate you guys. Google Ads is new to a lot of Amazon sellers, so we've invested pretty heavily in the education process, and we know that a lot of Amazon sellers are pretty hands-on. So we like to be as transparent as possible, help them understand how to think about Google Ads, and then get them off on the right track.
Sounds amazing. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.